IGCSE and O-Level Smart Biology M. Rashid Chatter 030046104457. 2. Organisation of Organism. Nearly all plants and animals are made up of microscopic cells. All cells contain cytoplasm surrounded by a cell membrane. Most cells have a nucleus. Many chemical reactions take place in the cytoplasm to keep the cell alive. Cytoplasm contains organelles, which include mitochondria for respiration, chloroplasts for photosynthesis, and ribosomes for protein synthesis. The nucleus directs the chemical reactions in the cell and also controls cell division. Plant cells have a cellulose cell wall and a large central vacuole. Cells are often specialized in their shape and activity to carry out special jobs. Large numbers of similar cells pack together to form a tissue. Different tissues arrange together to form organ for the same function. A group of related organs makes up a system for the same function, e.g. digestive system. The magnification of a specimen can be calculated if the actual size and the size of the image are. New cells are produced by the division of pre-existing cells. Cells, tissues, organs, organ system, organism, species. Cells are the basic building blocks of living organisms. Most cells of plants and animals contain cytoplasm, a nucleus, and a cell membrane. Plant cells also have a cellulose cell wall. Many plant cells contain chloroplasts and a large sap vacuole. The nucleus contains genes, which control the activities of the cell. Chloroplasts are the sites of photosynthesis in a plant cell. The cell membrane controls the passage of substances into and out of the cell. The cell wall maintains the turgidity of a plant cell. The larger structures in cells can be observed through a light microscope. Cells of adult organisms are adapted to their function. Root hair cells are adapted for absorption of water and minerals. Xylem vessels are adapted for transport of water and for support. Red blood cells are adapted for the transport of oxygen. In both animals and plants, cells with a similar function organize into tissue. Image is equal to magnification x actual, I equals ma, magnification is equal to observed length, actual length. Practicals: observing plant cells, observing animal cells. Take a small piece of chicken liver, crush it on center of a glass slide and put a drop of methylene blue to stain on top of the smear. Then cover it with the cover slip. Remove the extra material with a tissue paper and observe the slide under microscope, firstly at low power and then at high power. Keywords: organization of the organisms, cell membrane, cell wall, chloroplast, sap vacuole, nucleus, mitochondria, nuclear membrane, chromosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, smooth ER, rough ER, nucleus, ribosomes, Golgi complex, vacuole plasmid, tissue, organ, organ system, muscle cell, root hair, vascular tissue, xylem, phloem, nerve cell, sperm cell, white blood cell, egg cell. IGCSE and O-Level Smart Biology M. Rashid Chatter 030046104457. Glossary. Cell, a unit of living matter, consisting of a nucleus, cytoplasm, and a cell membrane. Cell membrane, the semipermeable membrane which forms the outer surface of all cells. Cytoplasm, all the contents of a cell except its nucleus. Hemoglobin, red substance in red blood cells. It combines with oxygen and transports it to the tissues. Nucleus, part of a cell which contains chromosomes. It controls cell metabolism and division. Organ, a structure consisting of several tissues which work together in performing a particular function, e.g. the heart. Oxyhemoglobin, hemoglobin which has combined with oxygen in the red blood cells. Red blood cells, disc-shaped cells containing hemoglobin which transport oxygen from the lungs to the body tissues. Root hairs, hair-like outgrowths from single cells in the epidermis of a root in a zone near the root apex. Semipermeable membrane. A membrane which allows certain substances to pass through but prevents the passage of others. E.g. the cell membrane. Tissue, a collection of similar cells which work together to perform a particular function. Vacuole, fluid-filled space in the cytoplasm of a cell. Vascular bundle, strand of xylem and phloem tissues running from the roots into the leaves. It transports food and water throughout the plant and supports the softer tissues. Short MCQs with right answers. 1. The photomicrograph shows a cell from a type of aquatic plant. Which labeled parts indicate that this is a plant cell? Q and S. 2. The diagram shows a magnified image of a cell. The magnification is x360. Line LM represents the width of the image of the cell. Line LM is 18 mm long in this diagram. What is the actual width of the cell? A equals I, MIE 18 divided by 360 is equal to 0.05 mm. IGCSE and O-Level Smart Biology M, Rashid Chatha 030046100457. The diagram shows a red blood cell. 3. The actual diameter of the cell is 7.0 micrometers. What is the magnification of this cell? M equals I, i.e. 49,000 divided by 7 is equal to 7,000 times 7,004. Which row shows structures that are present in both root hair cells and palisade mesophyll cells? 5. The diagram shows a cell at times 1500 magnification. What is the actual size of the cell? A equals I, MIE 45 divided by 1500 is equal to 0.03 millimeters. 6. Which structures are found in the cells of all living organisms? 1. Chloroplast 2. Cytoplasm 7. A diagram of a human red blood cell is shown. The length of line XY on the diagram is 40 millimeters. The actual width of the cell is 0.008 millimeters. What is the magnification of the diagram? Magnification equals image, actual equals 40 millimeters per 0.008 millimeters equals times 5000. 8. Which statement about cell structure is correct? A bacterium has a cell wall. 9. The photograph shows a limpet. The length of line PQ on the image is 65 millimeters. IGCSE and O-Level Smart Biology M, Rashid Chatha 030046100457. 10. What is the actual diameter of the limpet along line PQ? Actual equals image, magnification equals 65, 2.5 is equal to 26 mm 12. Which description applies to a red blood cell? 13. How permeable are the cell wall and the cell membrane in a plant cell? 14. Using the key, what correctly identifies the arthropod in the picture? It has wings, 3 body parts and 6 legs in pairs. 15. Which structure contains genes? The nucleus of plant cell 16. Which cell moves dust particles out of the body? Ciliate cell 17. The length of a mitochondrion in a photomicrograph is 15 millimeters. The actual length of the mitochondrion is 3 micrometers. What is the magnification of the photomicrograph? X 5018. Which structures are adapted for supporting a plant? Xylem 19. Which structure is at a different level of organization from the other 3? Neuron 20. In a plant, a group of xylem vessels form a tissue 21. At what level organization is a leaf? Organ 22. Root hair cells are found on plant roots. Which feature would be present in a root hair cell but not a sperm cell? Cell wall 23. Phloem is an example of a tissue 24. Which structure is found in a palisade cell but not in a liver cell? Central vacuole. 25. In mesophyll cell, where are chloroplasts found? In the cytoplasm. 26. At which level of organization is a root? Organ 27. What is a feature of both plant and animal cells? A cell membrane 28. A student was told that a drawing of a bacterial cell had been magnified 30,000 times. The length of the drawing was 45 millimeters. What was the actual length of the bacterium? 1.5 micrometers 29. Which structure would be found in large numbers in cells that have a high energy requirement? Mitochondrion 30. What part of a plant root hair is partially permeable? The cell surface membrane 31. Which structure is present in a root hair cell but not in a liver cell? Cell wall 32. For which process is a root hair cell adapted? Absorption of mineral ion 33. Which substance is transported by hemoglobin? Oxygen 34. The length of a specimen in a photograph is 45 millimeters. Its actual length is 25 millimeters. What is the magnification of photograph? X 1.835. Which is not an organ? Blood. IGCSE and O-Level Smart Biology M. Rashid Chatha 030046104457. 36. Plant cells are often green, but animal cells are not usually green. Which structure in plant cells make them green? Chloroplast 37. Which cell helps to move dust particles out of an organism? Ciliate cell 38. Xylem is an example of a tissue 39. What is a leaf? An organ 40. In which part of the cell does aerobic respiration occur? Mitochondrion 41. Which feature shows that a cell is plant cell? Cell wall 42. Which description of xylem is correct? A tissue used for support 43. In which part of the cell is oxygen used to release energy from nutrient molecules? Mitochondrion 44. What is the correct order of increasing size of the following structures from smallest to largest? Chromosome white blood cell liver 45. What are the features of the cell walls in a xylem vessel? End wall, absent and side wall, thick 46. What are the levels of organization of walls of a villus? Small intestine. Walls of a villus, tissue and small intestine, organ 47. Some cells have cell walls. Which statements are correct for cell walls? In animals, absent, in plants, present outside cell membrane 48. What is a correct description for red blood cells? Thin region in the cell center, large nucleus, X49. Which of these tissues is not part of the organ with which it is paired? Tissue, ciliate, organ containing this tissue, root 50. Which is a tissue and which is an organ? Tissue, a group of palisade cells, organ, the stomach. 51. Which features do animal cells share with plant cells? Chloroplast, X, cytoplasm, nucleus. 52. Which structures contain a cell nucleus? T equals nucleus, X equals no nucleus. Red blood cell, X, root hair cell, xylem vessel, X53. Which processes produce a continuous space for the flow of water in xylem vessels? Breakdown of cell walls between adjacent cells, yes. Removal of the cytoplasm in each cell, yes. 54. Which features are possessed by all plant cells? A cell wall, chloroplasts, X55. What are the features of cell walls in a xylem vessel? End wall, absent and side wall, thick 56. Which terms describe the part of a plant? Leaf, organ, leaf mesophyll, tissue, leaf epidermis, tissue, 57. Which structures are found in the animal cells and plant cells? Cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus 58. What are found in plant cells but not in animal cells? Cell wall and chloroplast 59. Which have both cytoplasm and cell walls? Root hair cell 60. Which adaptations of a root hair cell make it suitable for water uptake? Partially permeable and surface area to volume ratio of the cell 61. Xylem is an example of a tissue 62. What is a leaf? An organ 63. In which part of the cell does aerobic respiration occur? Mitochondrion 64. Which feature shows that a cell is plant cell? Cell wall 65. Which description of xylem is correct? A tissue used for support. 66. In which part of the cell is oxygen used to release energy from nutrient molecules? Mitochondrion 67. Which two structures are found in all plant epidermal cells? Cell wall and nucleus. IGCSE and O-Level Smart Biology M. Rashid Chatha 0300